Hello and welcome to another episode of Avarian Bydlocode on LastofAvari's channel. I am LastofAvari and this is Dark Crawler, which is my key-basic game which I developed pretty long time ago, couple years back now, but recently-ish I've updated it back in August to version 1.2. It now features a few extra things and some old things were improved, so let's start by running this game from the very beginning. Close it and you can see that it is indeed version 1.2. Now you can run it with your custom level index files that store your levels and their order. You can arrange your levels in your specific order and just put levels you want to play. So now basically you can create a level pack with custom stuff. For example, in this case I have my custom.li file, which is run with this command line option /li and colon. You just start it. It's supposed to be put in your game folder, so where your executable is, and then actual levels could be stored anywhere in your system. So now I can start it. As you can see, it runs perfectly well, and all these effects, graphical effects, are now timed for perfect timers, so they should work fine, not too fast, not too slow on any computer that is fast enough, not just on old stuff, because before they just were, for the most part, timed with empty cycles, which is a kind of subpar way of doing things. But yeah, I reworked it, added some extras, and now it looks a lot better on even default configuration. The default configuration is 286 PC with 12 MHz and VGA graphics, but it should run well with anything along these lines. And now you can also run it on some, for example, Windows XP computer which has NTVDM, so it is just enough for my purposes. Let's start the actual game. You can see that this effect, like line stripy effect of level clear as I call it, is now a little bit more jerky because it just draws 3 lines at a time, but you just can't have a small enough delay in the key basic timer mechanism, so I had to do it, and I think it's not too annoying. You can also see the enemy that is more capable of diagonal movement. Before that he would be able to go like straight to you, and it wasn't really working well if there is a block that separates you. But now it can also go around the block, and if you continue to go like this, it will actually go and follow you around, as you can see. Before that it wasn't really possible. So you should be careful. Obviously the enemy will break these new blocks, which are barrier blocks, and they can be broken by running into them. First of all, you go into it and it destroys itself, and then you can actually just pass it. Like this, enemy will also break these blocks, but only when hunting you, so most of the time, if you are not close enough, it will just treat them as usual regular walls. So that makes some levels quite a lot more exciting, and I've not only added 2 new levels, one of which is this one, the X Spectrum. There is also the other one that I will show you soon enough, but I also revamped like 8 previous levels. So most of them starting from like level 5 or 6 now include this block, which is nice, and I can build more levels that will be unique enough with this new block. So let's just get through it, and you can see that I lost a key. Yeah, I need one more key, and I will definitely get it, right? Just not run into a trap. Now, do we have any extra keys? Yes. We do have them. You get, by the way, bonus points for extra keys, and these kind of extra bonus points are shown now in between levels, so that makes it a lot more visible for you and logical. You see what points you are getting for actual what types of activity. And these barrier blocks, they have their own sound effect. For breaking, of course, it's just the same old blips and blocks, slightly different ones, but you can't really do a lot of sophisticated sounds in basic, and it's kinda pretty sophisticated considering that I'm not a musician. So yeah, you have what you have. In my opinion, even having this kind of basic effects still makes kind of audio feedback a lot more useful, and the gameplay just feels better that way. And here you have your level complete bonus, 50 points, and remaining keys, 10 points per key. Now, as you can see, these extra bonus points for level completion, they start not with 100. Previously it was just all the time you get just 100 points, and now you start with 50 points, but this amount will be increased by 5 points per each level, so you can get well over 100 if you have enough levels. And that is just so you will reach 100 points by level 10. Here's the second custom level, which is Lone Walker, mostly represented by the first level of the actual game, which is associated with it. And yeah, for the most part it's pretty accurate. I expanded it a bit, and obviously some blocks are swapped because I don't have all of types of blocks and mechanics are different, but it's still pretty nice. What you can do with it, you have a lot of barrier blocks. Around here you have enemy which is trapped by these blocks but will break them if you will get too close to it, so it makes it a lot less predictable. Now you can also notice some UI changes for star amount. So you collected these stars, but now you can also see not just your amount of stars that you have collected, but also the amount of stars to collect, so it is more obvious what sort of stuff you still should get. And as you have seen just before this rephrase, the enemy had broken this little temporary wall, this barrier block, and now chasing me, and now it can surely make it way more effectively. So I will try to run away from it and reach for, well, not the stars, but go around the corner, because it can get pretty tricky. Well, guess what? I think I'm dead. You failed. Thanks to reworked animation, now this effect is also well better visible. It's not happening in like half a second, so that is a nice thing. And yeah, that was my Darkcrawler version 1.2. If you're able of running it on the real hardware, it would be very interesting for me to check out your experience. So if you are willing to do that, it would be nice to make maybe a YouTube video or just send me some footage with it. Of course, it's not required, but would be a nice plus. And yeah, if you have your own considerations, your own suggestions, you can tell me what you think in the comment section down below. That was LastofAvari. Once again, you can download this game for free from my website, lastofavari.com/darkcrawler. It is available with source code distributed with a Creative Commons license, attribution share alike. And thanks for watching my little update. See you later.